is relatively a minor player in past elections, and some people have
Take that
called
again.
ADC.
ADC. Yes.
ADC,
Okay.
not APC.
Yes.
ADC, relatively a minor player,
Yes.
and some people have called this a sign of political humility. Some others have called it systemic fragmentation. That people from the PDP and the Labour Party are moving towards a relatively, let me not use small,
Yeah.
a minor party
Yes.
in past elections. What would you call it?
First of all, I like the question you brought because it's going to put a very serious conversation on the front burner, maybe going forward. As enlightened as I am, Sharon, I don't know, you are enlightened too, but I don't know. Can you tell me the number of parties we have in Nigeria? I'm sure they are likely up to 70 something or 80 something. I'm not sure. So they are parties. Some of these parties were created by politically exposed persons for whatever agenda they have. I'm not saying ADC was created as such. Now, parties who are able to win seats in an election are supposed to be deregistered. So you may have 100 parties going to the election, only 5 or 7 are able to win X number of seats for them to be registered as parties. That law is not being implemented. 2, the best thing that happened to this country having to do with party politics was under the military, under General Ibrahim Babangida, who approved only 2 registered political parties. I am pro that. 2 parties will have been okay. So the issue of freedom of association should not come in because we need to regulate things. We have a peculiar circumstance here. So talking about ADC, the chairman of ADC is called Ralph Mosu. That tells you that he's from the southeast. And guess what? From report that I have gathered from reliable media publication, you may Google it later, you see that Ralph Mosu has been, appealing to people to defect to his party. And not just that, he is quoted to have said that Atiku should defect and that he will gladly give him the ticket. What does that tell you? We are looking at a number of factors that would determine who should win the 2027 elections, the North-South divide. The same thing that made PDP to fail in 2023 as a major opposition party, because they denied their own constitution of zoning. Atiku took the ticket to be a Muslim, a back-to-back northern presidency. I am non-partisan, Sharon, but I said no to that. That was why Asiwaju Bola made, despite gathering the least votes since the advent of this Fourth Republic, became the president. Between Atiku and Obi's vote, they were far more, almost double the vote of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. So we are still looking at the South being the president. For me, I will not say let us pay back Asiwaju in his coin, because when people say no, it's time for South to be in power, Asiwaju led the coalition against Jonathan, a Southerner. It's a lame excuse to want to defend that we should support Asiwaju to continue so that South would not lose. When he supported North to succeed Jonathan, did he consider that? But he's not, we can't judge who we are by his own standard. So do we have alternative if we are to look at opposition? The alternative is that any coalition that produces another presidential candidate is an insult on Nigerians, is an attack on who we are. In fact, is an act of terror. So the coalition should pick a Southern candidate, any notable coalition, and we know who the gladiators are. We have named them: Atiku, El Rufai, Obi. They should pick a Southerner and negotiate. Not just negotiate. I am a strong advocate and supporter that we should have single-term presidency. That single term may have to start from 2027, so that a Southerner who will come to complete the tenure, or even if it is Asiwaju that will win, that will mark the beginning of a single term of presidency. The South needs to complete this very tenure. Let us not say we are supporting Asiwaju because he's a Southerner, he must complete it. No, we are to support a Southerner by whatever name and whatever region, because we need to consolidate and to right the error that people like Asiwaju themselves led, which has brought us to where we are.
Correct.
And that is very important. So party or no party, ADC or whichever other party, after all, the news about the ADC just emerged last night. And that is because El-Rufai mentioned it somewhere that this is what they have planned. And others have also said that the strategy committees have been formed. It is not yet official. They are going to address a press conference. And I tell you, if somebody tells you that APC will go to sleep, that person doesn't know what is going on, because what we are seeing with the mass defection, some are saying that it's out of intimidation. It is going to be more, so that those who want to run for cover go and look for amnesty because they are at the mercy of the sitting president. We are going to see more defections. But one thing is sure, some of those people doing defections are doing so just for little self-preservation. They may even be the ones to vote against Asiwaju, because I've said so before. We are not looking at just APC. We are looking at Asiwaju as being APC, because APC itself is also in disarray.